Friends, welcome to today's football prediction on Betkraft. All right, today is another beautiful Monday morning. The first day of July. By the way, I wish you a happy month. And today we have a lot of games going on across the globe, and also we have the European Championship going on, and we have the likes of France will be up against Belgium in the and it's good, promises to be a very, very, very interesting encounter. And also we have the second game for the European Championship, where Portugal will be lining up against Slovenia. Also, another cracker. And a few other football, club football, matches that we brought forward to add up to this our ticket today. Actually today not so much football games going on across the globe, so we do have a fewer number of games today. All right, in a short while we'll be looking at these matches one after the other, but for those of us who are coming across our video for the first time who are yet to subscribe, it's time for you to hit the subscription button right now so you do not miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming up on this channel on a daily basis. All right, that being said, without further ado, let's get to the business of the day. And today we are starting with the European Championship match, where France will be up against Belgium. A very exciting encounter promises to be. As usual, we take a look at how both sides have fared, in the past 20, as well as how they have fared in the recent in 5 games that they played so far, which will include the 3 games that they have also played in this very competition. So when you look at France, for example, France in the past 20 have been able to achieve 13 wins out of those 20 games that they had, and they've been able to achieve 5 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 20 games that they had so far. They've been able to score 49 goals and have conceded 15. All right, and on the other hand, Belgium in the past 20 games that they had have been able to win 12 out of those 20 games. They have as well been able to achieve 5 draws and have lost 3 games in the past 20 games that they have so far. They've been able to score 36 goals, but they've conceded they've conceded only 12 goals in the process. All right, and then when you look at how they have fared from the recent games, you could see that France in the past 5 for France, they've been able to achieve 2 wins and 3 draws. In the tournament, they've been able to achieve just 1 win, which came in the match against Austria, where they won that by 1-0. And they had a 0-0 draw with Netherlands and also a 1-1 draw with Poland. France haven't been scoring that much in their recent encounters, and it has always been a scrappy encounter for France. And also when you take a look at Belgium, you could see that in the past 5, and therefore they've actually been able to achieve 3 wins in the past 5, and also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. The loss was against Slovakia in the first match of this very tournament, where they lost out by 1-0, and they came back against Romania, defeating Romania by 2-0, and then they had the draw, very goalless draw against Ukraine. And so when we put all that together, also we see that these 2 teams are quite balanced in some way, and I am having that inclination that Belgium might be putting up an upset in this very encounter. We do and I'm actually going with my what I think, and I believe that in this very encounter it is likely going to lead to extra time, and we do expect to see a draw in this one. So my verdict is actually their away side, Belgium, to either win or draw in this very encounter. Belgium to win or draw and under 3.5 goals. That's what we expect in this very game. And that takes us to the next game for the day. And the next game is also in the European Championship, where we have Portugal who will be up against Slovenia. And when you look at the situation, we see that Portugal have been able to win 16 games out of the past 20 games that they had so far. They've also had 4 losses and 0 draws. They've not drawn any match. And away side Slovenia have been able to achieve 12 wins in the past 20. They've also had 6 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 20 games that they had. Portugal have been able to score 60 goals in the past 20 games. They've also conceded 15, while Slovenia have scored 33, conceding 16 in the past 20 games that they have so far. So when you take a look at the recent games for both sides, you see that for Portugal, they've been able to achieve 3 wins, 2 in this very tournament, and also 2 losses. We saw them losing out to Georgia by 2-0 in their last group match. And Slovenia, on the other hand, have been have been able to achieve 1 win in the past 5, but they've also had 4 draws. In the 3 of their matches in this very tournament so far have always recorded a draw. We saw them playing out a 1-1 draw against Denmark, also repeating a 1-1 draw against Serbia, and then against England they had a 0-0 draw against England. It goes to show that this Slovenia side is not is a side that you can write off easily. Seeing that they've been able to achieve results against England and the likes of Denmark and Serbia as well. So it goes to show that Slovenia is a very strong side. And the last time they met with Portugal, we saw them defeating Portugal by 2-0, actually a match this year. So it's a very strong Slovenia side who are much more reliant on their defense. And we saw them having the likes of Jan Oblak, who is actually, for me, one of the best goalkeepers in the world at the moment. They've been doing very well, relying on the defense for in all their matches. So we do expect to see a very, very tough game for Portugal, and with this game as well might extend to extra time. So we do expect an upset as well in this one, but we'll go for another 3.5 as our verdict for this very encounter. We don't expect to see so many goals in this one. Under 3.5, that's our prediction for that very encounter, and that takes us to the next game for today. And the next game for today is actually in Egyptian Premier League, where we have Gish, who will be up against Ahly. Alright, Ahly, the best side in Africa, as I always say. And Gish in the home side have been able to achieve 2 wins in the past 6 encounters, but they've been able to achieve 2 draws as well, and have had 2 losses in the past 6 games that they have so far. And the away side, Ahly, have been able to achieve 5 wins in the past 6 encounters, but they've also had 1 draw past 6 encounters. And when you take it down to how both sides are fared from home and away perspective, you can as well see that the home side, El Gish, in the past 10 home games have been able to manage 4 wins. They've also had 4 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games that they have so far. And the away side, Ahly, on the other hand, have been able to manage 7 wins from away. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss, and that loss was came in the match against Zamalek, where they lost by 2-1. So in this very encounter, we all know that Ahly is a very strong side. They're doing very well at the moment, seeing that they've been able to win 70% of their away games. And also, when you take a look at the head-to-head situation, you could see that it is Ahly who has been very dominant. We saw Ahly defeating this side last time they met by 2-0 from away. That was last year in May. So we do expect a repeat of this fate also happening again today, and we expect to see the away side Ahly winning our track in this very encounter. It is a away win. That's our verdict for that very encounter, and that takes us to the next game that we have also in the Egyptian Premier League, where we have Masry, who will be up against Gouna. Right, El Masry have won 3 games in the past 6. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw. And away side, Gouna have managed just 2 draw in the past 6 games, but they've also had 4 losses. And then when you take a look at how they are fared from home and away perspective, you can see that home side, Masry, have been able to achieve 5 wins in the past 10 home games, but they've also had 5 losses as well. And the away side, looking at how they fared, you could see that playing from away, the Gouna have just managed only 1 win in the past 10 away games that they have so far, but they've been able to achieve 3 draws alongside, but they've also had 6 losses in the past 10 away games that they have so far. It goes to show that the home side at Masry is much more fancied to take the sport, seeing that they've been able to win 50% of their home games. And the last time both teams met, which was in February this year, Al Masry played out a 2-2 draw with El Gouna from away. So in this very encounter, we do expect the home side to achieve a result in this one, and we expect to see home side winning and under 3.5 in this very game. Home win or draw and under 3.5. That's our verdict. Home win or draw and under 3.5. That's it. And that takes us to the last game for today, and which are going to be in Sweden, Swedish women division, where we have AIK women who will be up against the Pitea women. All right, and when you take a look, you can see that the AIK women have been able to achieve 2 wins in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 1 draw as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games that they have. And the away side, Pitea women, who has been doing better, in the Swedish Women League, they've been able to achieve 4 wins in the past 6. They've also had 2 losses as well. And then when you take a look at how they fared from the home and away perspective, you can see that the home side, AIK women have been able to achieve 4 wins in the past 10 home games that they had. They've also had 1 draw as well as 5 losses in the past 10 home games that they had. And away side, on the other hand, Pitea have been able to manage 7 wins from away, and they've also had 2 losses and 1 draw in the past 10 away games that they have so far. It is a very strong side. See, aside hacking, a very, very good side in the Swedish Women League. So the last time both teams met, we saw Pitea defeating this side by 5 goals to 3. That was this month. That was last month actually, 27th of June. Last month we saw Pitea beating this side by 5 goals to 3, and we do expect a repeat of this very thing, seeing that they've been fine from at the moment. So we do expect the away side to win out throughout in this very game. Away win, that's our verdict for that very encounter, and that brings our predictions, our football predictions today on Betkraft to a conclusion. And I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope the ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly. Play with what you can afford to lose. It's only a football game, anything can happen. Right, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up with our predictions here once again. But until then, winning.